That's the plan, anyway. We do still have to kill all 4 bosses, and then before going to Torian, the 4 bosses are going to be in the same locations we're used to. The only kind of minor exception is Kraid. His lair, his whole section of Brinstar where he lives, is considered its own part of the game world. It's one of 2 dead-end areas in the game, the other being Torian. If you find Torian, you got to turn back around. Kraid's lair, you don't necessarily have to turn back around, but it also doesn't lead anywhere. There's no exit door. But the door going into Kraid's room might not take me to Kraid. It might take me to one of the other 3 bosses. So if we find Kraid's lair, we do not necessarily have to fight Kraid. I think right now Kraid is probably the only one of the 4 bosses that I could reasonably defeat with just this equipment set. Maybe Phantoon if I really played carefully, but I prefer to have... Well, I guess I do have 100 energy for Phantoon. It's not... I'm not completely powerless here. Dragon, theoretically possible. Like, I could defeat Dragon, but I wouldn't be able to get back out of her room. But the fight would be possible. Even without the gravity suit, you just kind of roll back and forth and lay power bombs to clear her gunk. But then getting out of her room after the fight is... I mean, there's a lot of ways out of the room, involving having certain items or involving certain glitches. I did not want to waste all 5 of my missiles here, but okay. We've got some more power bombs happening. We got Fat Wad back here. Just a whole lot of nothing. And then up top, hopefully get some missile drops. I mean, getting the extra power bombs is very, very nice. Not going to poo-poo that. That's good stuff. Please. No, no, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? He was going to do it. Did he die? He died. He didn't drop anything, though. I do have a little bit of gas in the tank if I wanted to use it, but... So this item is gone. And I think that the item underneath here is also gone. Just not in the seed, right? Yeah, just not here. So let me just click all of those off my tracker. There are going to be a lot of dead pauses in this game. It's very, very... Or in this video series. It's very, very important that I keep careful track of which items I've collected and which paths go where, but because I've got to click off the game window and into a browser window to do that, I gotta take my hands off the controller. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to play a video game with your hands not on the controller, but it's actually pretty difficult. If I'm being honest. It's actually maybe a little bit impossible. We're gonna go check the Edakun shaft. With any luck, we will have stuff down here. That's like the only place, the only room in Green Brinstar where you can kind of be guaranteed to find power bombs. They're in that room. I do kind of like all the power bombs we're finding, to be honest. 15 power bombs this early is not terrible. In fact, I've got enough that I can clear these rooms out with them. Which is very nice. I'm going to take the super as well. I mean, not really wasting power bombs in this room, because these little flea guys drop them when they die with very, very high regularity. In fact, I think it's they're guaranteed to drop them if you don't already have maximum power bombs. I think it's the only thing they can drop. Knowing item drops, like what drops you can get from what enemies, is a very important skill in the rando. And there's nothing here either. Okay. What are we looking for? Basically any item we can get. Pretty much anything would be useful right now. Even the lowly grappling beam or spring ball would be nice to have at this juncture. I mean, early high jump boots is real nice because you just... They're never in logic. They're never required. So just a lot of times you play the whole seed and never get the high jump boots. It's just something that happens very commonly in item randos for Super Metroid. So getting high jump boots is one of the first items. I do think they're required considering that's where we started. If you're doing the area randomizer like I am and you start there, I'm think those were in logic, if I had to guess. I don't think we could get out of Meridia without those. In fact, I know for a fact we can't get out of that screen of Meridia without Morph Ball. We had to. We had to morph to get through the sand pit. And I think the only other two items that would get us out of there are high jump and gravity suit. I can't think of anything else. Well, that didn't work. There was nothing in this room. And I don't have bombs, so... Alright, fine. There are 2 doors out of this area, and we might be using one without finding any useful items. And wouldn't that be a travesty? I mean, more power bombs. Not gonna go amiss. I will take them. I won't be fighting any bosses with them. But it's gonna be real nice to not run out of them. Alright, let's open this up here. And see if I can squeeze my super in. That's a little too far, I think. Did I get it, or did I hit the wall underneath? I'm not actually sure. No, we got it. Nice. Okay. I thought I saw it explode against the wall underneath. But no, I'm better at this game than I thought I was. So Spore Spawn has... what now? Just some missiles. Well, we do need missiles. We do need more ammo. We do want to see enough missiles and stuff in the seed that we're not going to get stuck. In fact, I had a seed that I was doing the other day. I was processing, I think, a Baba Is You video, and I was playing the seed while that was rendering. I guess you'd call it a test play, but it really wasn't. It was just I was having some fun playing Varia play. And I got to Mother Brain, but the seed didn't have enough ammo. So I got all the way to Mother Brain and just didn't have enough missiles to kill her. And I had to leave and go look for missiles. It wasn't pretty. Hopefully that won't happen in this seed. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, so there's 2 doors out of this room here. We've come to the end of Green Brinstar. But before we leave, I can do this last item check. And it's nothing. Okay. Do I want to see where both doors go before picking one? I kind of want to see this door go somewhere to north there, because then I know I've got to turn around and go back. I'd rather not leave an unexplored door behind me if I can help it. I also don't like having only 39 energy, believe it or not. So we'll see where this goes, then we'll go back and see where the other door goes. Probably would have been faster to check from the other direction, but I've never done anything fast in my life, and I'm not going to start now. So that goes to the back area of the wrecked ship, which I don't think is traversable without the gravity suit. The back area of the wrecked ship contains a lake with some just junk in it, and some rocks and things. And I don't think we can get up over the rocks with... well, maybe with high jump we could. If we get into the wrecked ship, everything is going to be broken until we kill Phantoon. And Phantoon doesn't necessarily live there. Like, we might go there and find some other boss. And even if we kill that boss, it's not going to turn the electricity on there. I mean, I know I'm not in danger of death here because I got this reserve tank, but this room is still obnoxious. I had a full reserve tank at one point. Those are the days. Where are we going? Well, if this goes to Norfair, I know we are going up into the wrecked ship. Ooh, no, this goes to Criteria. Okay. So that's the other place that's actually pretty good to find. So we need, this door here is going to go to this area of Criteria. And at long last, ladies and gentlemen, we have found the ship. And from here, there's lots of doors that we could take. I'm going to full clear all the items out of Criteria and then worry about what door to take. though. Like, there's a door underneath me there that goes somewhere. Like, we've been to the top of this... This is the top of an elevator shaft that would lead to Red Brinstar. And we've been to the other side of that elevator shaft, but Red Brinstar doesn't connect there in this seed. Should I brave the gauntlet? I guess we brave the gauntlet first and see what's up there. There's another item from this room, the top right, but it's not in logic yet. We can't reach it. We can't jump that high without space boost. Space boost? No, speed jump or space boost. I kind of just sandwich those two words together. I'm pretty well practiced at this jump now. Oh, it's probably easy. I think it's easier without the high jump boots, honestly. Yeah, you know, I'm going to turn those off real quick. Typically don't have high jump boots. Like I said, it's just so nice to get them. I think I would have rather see high jump boots in that area of Meridia than the gravity suit, because if I see gravity suit, that probably would have meant we wouldn't have seen high jump boots at all in this seed. Which, no good. Well, I said I was well practiced at this, but I have lied before, and I will lie again. You might make the case, the spurious and malicious case, but the case, that every Let's Play I do is lies. I don't want to turn. I don't want to keep high jump on until we go through the gauntlets. High jump doesn't only make you jump higher, it makes you jump faster, which means you clear more vertical distance than you would without them in quicker fashion. And low, slow jumps can be useful in sections of the gauntlet. I've got so many power bombs. I do not need to be conservative here. I can just go ahead and do this. And kill those schmoes. Unfortunately, I do have to break all of these blocks here. So we'll wait for the acid one more cycle. Excellent. Yeah, these jumps right here, a little bit better to do without high jump boots. You tend to not bang your head on the ceiling as quick. So this item was a bust. Hopefully when we get over here, these items are not a bust. There are two more items back here. Hopefully they're good stuff. We can very slowly rebuild our power bombs in the next area. In the next room, there's a couple more little flea guys we can kill, but... Is that far enough away? I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm not dead. Reserve tanks, yo. That bomb was placed so far away that I only blew up half of that wall. Whew! Alright. Let's not screw this up. Let's make sure we can actually get both of these items, which are just some supers. You know what? Worth it for some supers, not gonna lie. I do like me some super missiles. One power bomb for two there. And we'll go back up the ledge. So there's nothing here in the big old slope room, in the big Criteria Hill. The hillock, if you will. We will go and fight the bomb Torizo. I think this randomizer, you always have to fight the bomb Torizo. In the item randomizer, you don't necessarily. But Varia is like, you know, we're going to make you fight him. If he has an item. If he doesn't, you can just leave. Come on, wake up. Let's get this over with. This will also help me fill up my reserve tank quite a bit. Delectable. Good fight. But just some missiles, though. We're still looking for some progression. I'm kind of wondering if one of the doors from Criteria will lead to Kraid's lair, and that's going to be my progression. There's one item check and a boss in that area. Depending on whether or not we can kill the boss, if it's Kraid, we could kill them. But if it's, I could probably kill Phantoon with 200. You know what? I'm gonna say Phantoon's possible. If I go in with full energy, if I play not stupid, it should be fine. And there's a save point nearby, so here's these missiles. And the whole area down underneath me here with the old Turian shaft and all of Blue Brinstar counts as being part of Criteria for purposes of this area randomizer. So the whole starting area of the game is its own kind of chunk. Check under here. And of course it's nothing. And finally make our way down to the morph ball location. And instead of only having 2 checks down there, we have all the checks. In the item rando, usually when you come down here, the only checks you can make are the actual morph ball itself and then whatever the ceiling item is next door. But we can do all of the checks here. And there's some more power bombs, which we will use in this area liberally. As okay, so there's nothing here. There's a door back here, and I want to check and see where it goes. I don't actually, because this it's kind of a pain in the butt room to get back to. I need to make sure we kill these guys. I can only take one more hit safely. If I check this door and come back in, I'll use a power bomb when I come back in, and it'll be fine. This also goes to the wrecked ship. Okay. Now I have a decision to make. Do I want to go and... There's a couple checks I can do here. And there's a save point inside the actual ship. I'm going to do these checks while I'm here, and we'll see who this boss is. If the boss here is Kraid, we can't actually loot the wrecked ship, but then later when we find Kraid's lair, there's an extra check there that we'll be able to get. If it's Phantoon, we'll be able to loot all of the wrecked ship. Well, most. There's a check we can't get without the speed booster. In any event, it's not a fun map. The wrecked ship with very few items. It's not super great place to be. But it's the place we are. And sometimes the place where you are is the place where you ought to be. You ought to be where you are. Could you imagine if you were where you aren't? I mean, how would anything get done? Shoutouts to Super Scabot for sponsoring this video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, please tickle my thumb, leave a friendly comment, and ring my little bell.